And we are live from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And something tonight has to give as the two undefeated teams here in the FCS go head-to-head on Saturday Night Futsal here in the FCS. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Fernandez, and welcome to the second doubleheader here between Grand Rapids and Shoreline. We just saw the Grand Rapids women's side with a victorious 10-1 result. And tonight, Grand Rapids looking to give the first defeat over to Shoreline. It is a battle of the top two team in the leagues. An intense rivalry emerging here in the first ever meeting between these two clubs. And Ole looking to absolutely continue their offensive prowess, winning their previous two matches by a combined 20 goals. Remarkable stuff for the home side tonight that sees a capacity crowd here in the arena. And they are loud and they are proud for the black and red. And Shoreline looking to come in and take full points and a commanding lead atop of the FCS standings. Coming in to this match, 4 wins and a tie. And they will need to go end-to-end to compete with Grand Rapids. And they'll need to play from the starting whistle all the way to the final one if they are to be victorious and give Grand Rapids their first loss of the season. And Grand Rapids definitely going in to Christmas and the New Year very happy with an undefeated record of 3-0, finishing off with the 11-2 victory over Midwest. And meanwhile, the tenacious team over from Shoreline edging out Chicago House 11-10 in their previous match back in the middle of December. And we're just minutes away from the clash between number 1 and number 2 here in the Futsal Champions Series as part of Saturday Night Futsal here in the good old US of A. Stay tuned. Grand Rapids Ole taking on Shoreline City.
Sliding tackle, and if Montez saved that, outstanding effort as well.
Lansing City in the attack, moving it. Blanco, did he make it? He did, says the referee. Goal number 4 for Lansing City. They pull ahead.
It was a pass to Blanco.
Yeah, Blanco
got it.
Yeah, Blanco touched it. Did you hear me say Blanco puts it away? That's all right. It hit the inside back post. For Lansing City, they're the new pieces that looked promising in the Jenga game. Alec Nas, Alessandro Blanco, Ali Ahmed, Benny Alashari, Beto Espinal, the new players, and the growth of Jack Fisher, Drew Barney, physically and just in the game. Addition of Diego Bobadilla, we didn't see him in the last game, but I expect to see him here. I think that promising play from Ethan Castaneda, that is going to face a true test here. I mean, it will. You could say it's the ultimate test. Perhaps the ultimate test would be Ole away, maybe. But obviously you're playing the best team in the league that has shown that. So it's kind of like what is the state of the these promising pieces for Lansing City and maturity what is the state of that? And I just have to mention before we move on here, that game was so amazing. You know how many players under the age of 20 were a part of it?
A lot.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of them.
Ethan Castaneda, there's been times where something that he does in the game is exposed, or mistakes and things like that. He was amazing in this game. Last week against Jinga he was, and in this game he played really well, and I think the things that Lansing City have been investing in are starting to pay off. Gomez putting heavy pressure on. And here he is. He finishes. Ole go up by 1.
And when you think about the addition of Daniel De Leon and what he means to this team, we told you that he was the assist leader last season. The goal. Outstanding effort from De Leon to create that. Really good positioning and understanding.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
We're ticking down to the final moments. Shoreline City trying to put something together. Aldoni Mendez, he's shielding off Hasevic's toe poke, finds the back of the net. Shoreline's up by 1 with a minute to play.
Wow, Aldoni Mendez just showing his intelligence to shield the ball, to not let Hasevic come through, and just to prevent, I mean, Hasevic is pulling at him, just prevent any.
Ball being the rocket it is, that could cause some trouble tonight for Fabian Rodriguez in goal. And Shoreline, big time stop right off it, and the rebound buried in there. And Shoreline just continuing to lay it on thick.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Tonight, the first ever FIFA Women's Futsal World Cup takes place. At Detroit, go in, and they get the first of the night. Wonderful work deep into the Jinga zone. There was Detroit Imperial, and we see them with a sigh of relief after opportunity after opportunity. And who else? Depoche to Abdullah Assal.
McKenzie plays it in. Gets it right back to Ramsey Termanini. Weisenhunt's across. Whoa! Hold up! Ramsey Termanini from the circle.
And just like that, Jinga is back in this match. What a shot from Termanini from deep.
My.
Unbelievable. He unleashes just power.
Placement to the upper 90 back post, and the lead is ultimately asking the question, like, was this the best match of futsal on U.S. soil? From a perspective of an entire 40 minutes of futsal, two teams that are playing really good futsal. It's back and forth, but not because it's chaotic.
The intensity just kept increasing.
Yeah.
And it started at kickoff.
Very little drop off or mistake, and they just keep playing that really good futsal. This is what it's supposed to look like right here. There's no doubt that the environment, it's a part of what makes the game what it is. But I think like this is a game that if you took all that away and you just watched the game, it would be amazing still.
We're in Grand Rapids. And we are live from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And it's a battle of the top two teams here in the FCS. Something is going to have to give tonight as Grand Rapids Ole look to take top spot in the FCS. But to do that, they're going to have to go against the undefeated first place Shoreline City.
Like ready to zoom in and zoom out. You gotta be on the Discord. They're gonna tell you.
He won't be in there. Because he don't have one.
That's what I'm saying. You do it. I gotta do it, bro. I would say.
Alright. Main thing is on the plays, if they score a goal, stay on the person who scored the goal. Have them with the whole screen. Okay?
I got you. Let me show you. Yeah. So yeah. Stay on the play after every goal. If someone scores, you stay on them and zoom in on them like that. And then like you stay on them until usually for like 5 seconds, and you zoom out again. Then you follow the ball. You follow the player with the ball. And okay, let's use this kid as an example. You see?
And we see a capacity crowd here in Grand Rapids. You can barely find a seat. The whole perimeter of this beautiful silver court ready to get action underway between the number 1 and number 2 teams in the league. And we'll show you the standings right here in the Futsal Champions Series. As you can see, Shoreline City with 4 wins and 1 draw. And an incredible league-leading 40 goals for. The top offense in the league taking on Grand Rapids Ole that has the best defense in the league. Only 9 goals from their 3 opening matches where they have won every single one of them. And both teams on major win streaks. Grand Rapids in particular, undefeated since joining the FCS last year. And they're the defending national champions. And it is going to be an absolute banger of a match between 2 teams that certainly know how to bring aggressive play, big-time saves, and rockets of goals galore. We saw earlier the Grand Rapids women's team coming out victorious in an emphatic 10-1 win over the Shoreline City women in the first season of the FCS women's division. That's proved incredibly popular. And the defending champions looking to give their home fans another win. You can hear the lively festival music here, and you'll see the black and red faithful waving the flags and sounding off the horns all game long. One of the best atmospheres in all of North American futsal, right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And the horn blows, and we're just moments away from the epic clash of the Titans here in the FCS. It's the second part of the doubleheader here on Saturday Night Futsal in America. Welcome, everyone. I'm Chris Fernandez. Fresh off coming back from the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. And my goodness, that was an incredible experience, but it is great to be back in the U.S. for the FCS. And what better way to get the new year going on. We hope you had a fantastic Christmas and holiday season, and of course, a very happy new year. And the futsal gods certainly bringing the gifts as we see the defending, reigning and undisputed champions Grand Rapids Ole wearing their white home kits tonight with the red shorts. And Grand Rapids have a strong three-line system of players where the level of play doesn't ever really drop much. Players always almost all on the same page, and they play very well within their system. We take a look at Shoreline City. A very strong first line as we see the Mendez trios, Alex, Aldoni, the brothers, and nephew Chris. Big impact players across the board. And Chris is an absolute anchor for them, does most everything right. Arguably their best player. 31 block shots, number 1 in the league. This man sacrifices his body. And you'll make sure to keep an eye out for the number 9 on Shoreline City tonight. And the brothers, Aldoni and Alex. Number 1 and number 2 in the league in goals and in points. Alex with 11 goals and 10 assists, well ahead of the rest of the pack. Aldoni, number 2 in the league with 12 points. With his 9 goals, they always seem to be connected with each other, and every time they pass the ball, it seems that it's magnetically attached to both of their feet. And we just can't wait to get underway. This has been the one on the schedule since we went into the Christmas holiday break. And we'll take a look at the starting 5 for Grand Rapids. Starting up at the pivot position, Alayo and the wingers. One of the Real brothers. And that is going to be excellent as we see Ifa Turotti and De Leon with Diaz in goal. And the starting 5 for Shoreline City. Starting up front is Rodriguez with Cifuentes and Mazariegos on the wing. And Gomez, the number 15, will play in the defender fixo position for Shoreline, with Aiden Hanchet in goal for Shoreline City. And the capacity crowd here in Grand Rapids, all rising to the Star-Spangled Banner. And the horns will be sounding all game long. It almost sounds like a marina. These fans love their futsal club. And their women gave them a 10-1 victory earlier, hoping that their men, the defending FCS champions, can come in and take first place over the Shoreline City that have been absolutely fabulous so far in their FCS debut. They're just seconds away. In Grand Rapids, we have kickoff. And as said earlier, Grand Rapids in the white and red, Shoreline City in the black and pink. Grand Rapids already looking for that long-range pass, just a little bit too much pepper on the sauce to find his target. They'll be seeing that all game long. And Shoreline now into Grand Rapids territory. And they'll need to be on point tonight against this Grand Rapids side that have only conceded 9 goals from their 3 matches, the best in the league.
That's literally the hardest part. Yeah. That's the most important part. Zooming in and zooming out. That's the point of this.
Grand Rapids looking to exploit any gap they can find against Shoreline, taking their sweet time coming out of their zone. De Leon getting the ball down the right flank. And preventing any damage is Aldany Mendez. And Aiden Hanchett getting the start tonight for Shoreline. As Miguel Cervantes, third in the league with 55 saves, on the bench. And a good battle, seeing Grand Rapids on the attack. Oh, great pass in front. And a fantastic sliding tackle to prevent any damage as Hanchett comes out quick on the counter. And an easy foul for the referee to call. Hanchett making the save and then rushing out is the big man with the nifty feet. And needing the contact from behind. The first accumulated foul of the game going against Grand Rapids. And we know the word about the FCS is spreading like wildfire. And if you're new to futsal, each team is allowed 5 accumulated fouls per half, with each subsequent foul resulting in a 10-meter free kick, which is pretty much a penalty. So that's why futsal rewards skill as opposed to big bruising defending. And the referee's going to have a chat briefly as we see Chris Mendez wondering what's going on, hoping for a little explanation. And Shoreline will now have a free kick. And the referee will need to give the 5 meters required in between any player away from Shoreline. And opting for the pass to the left wing is Shoreline. Ole looking to get into the zone, but turning it over for the inbounds pass. And Hanchett loves to find his pivot. It was a valiant effort. Try and find his surging winger.
Bro, I can't.
First foul for Shoreline being called, 1 foul each. And a tug of the shirt. Loose hands from Franco Calabresi. And Ole, now deep in the territory, takes the shot. And just over the bar. And as we said, the atmosphere here is a fiesta in Grand Rapids. They love their club, and they love to show it even more. A complete sellout here in Grand Rapids. A long-range throw for Shoreline. Oh, a back heel pass. That was beautiful. And not able to hit the target was Calabresi. Look at this little flick. Beautifully done, right on the money pass. But not able to cash in was Calabresi. Grand Rapids with possession deep into their territory. Still 0-0 here in the first half, just past the 4-minute mark. And we knew this game was going to be tighter than a drum. Both teams desperately wanting to start off 2026 as we see a shot easily handled by Hanchett. Both teams wanting to come away this weekend sitting in top spot. Grand Rapids on the attack, the shot denied by a diving Hanchett. And that'll result in an Ole corner. Hanchett, the big man, but he's got swift feet and quick reflexes like any other top goalkeeper in the country. And just a great range with his wingspan as well as the young number 1 for Shoreline. See him find the pivot. It's just back and forth. No teams wanting to concede that first goal. We've seen all season so far and in last year, Grand Rapids, a defensive juggernaut. The shot blocked by Grand Rapids. And the throw will go out for Frankie Mendoza. Number 1 in the league with a 2.86 goals against average, and number 2 in save percentage with a .821. Mendoza, one of the best in the nation. And both goalkeepers will need to be on fire tonight and have been sterling when called upon thus far. Shoreline looked to attack, but not able to get enough. On it was Alex Mendez, the league's leading scorer. His 11 goals, 21 points, been sensational as we see Grand Rapids with an opportunity. Cutting out that angle well was Hanchet. Shoreline now attacking into Grand Rapids, half of the court. Shot hitting nothing. So we take another look at the previous attempt. An underhand throw, finding his intended target, Albany Mendez. The number 7 on the bottom of the screen. Beautiful pass up to the top. Albany. Oh, the pass miss hit. Uncharacteristic miss there by Genzel Rodriguez. The Escobar brothers, led by Lito, at the helm of the Grand Rapids bench tonight, allowing Rodriguez to enjoy his time out of the country, but he'll be back soon. One of the best futsal coaches in the nation is Rodriguez, but an excellent coaching cast all around for Grand Rapids, and that's why they are the defending national champions. Grand Rapids now utilizing their goalkeeper as an attack. As you see Mendoza at the top of your screen in the bright lime. They're masters at maneuvering the ball. And they get the first shot. And Hanchet getting the palm to deny Ole the first goal of the match. And Ole now with the corner. Sitting on that far post. There's a wide open Ole player. It's a great pass by Mendez. To get far, and we have a breakaway here. Shoreline denied by Mendoza. A great job cutting down the angle. That's why he has the lowest goals against average in the league. See a pair of subs for Shoreline. As Mendez coming back into the game. Hanchet doing a great job to find his wingers. Mendez just bullying and using that weight to do as he pleases around the penalty area. Looking for that scoop pass that's become so common in futsal. Solid work by Shoreline as they look to use the dummy. Oh, and a great pass. Maybe should have shot a little earlier. And it gave Mendoza just that extra second to prepare and take a step out to cut down the angle. Ole now looking to attack and double team nicely Getting the ball back is Shoreline. And Ole, since joining the league last year, have won every game except one against Midwest, as we see that shot hit the side of the mesh, causing no problems for Hanchet. As we see Mose Crawford Jr., the trusted winger, wearing the number 0 on the bottom of the screen. Very fast and crafty is Crawford. Another long-range pass by Hanchet. Finding his intended target. And just shooting wide is Janzel Rodriguez. We're past the halfway point in the first half. Still 0-0 between the number 1 Shoreline City and number 2 Grand Rapids Ole. Both undefeated. Grand Rapids with the shot. Wide right of the net. Oh, great job. Shoreline. Oh, missing an opportunity of their own. It was a beautiful throw from Hanchet to Mendez. You see a perfect range and just puts it between his defender's leg. I hope you like a little tomato with your salad, courtesy of Alex Mendez.
Just let me show you.
Pressing now again is Shoreline. Grand Rapids have allowed 2 breakaways in the last 2.5 minutes or so, and they're going to need to tighten that up. Uncharacteristic mistakes at the back. But no harm, no foul thus far for either side. Shoreline again. This time Aldini Mendez. Over to his brother, who lays a shot but just not able to hit the mark. There's the league's leading goal scorer, Alex Mendez. Each team with a trio of relatives. We talked about the Mendez brothers and their nephew Chris on Shoreline. But you also have the Real brothers from Grand Rapids. It's a family feud here in futsal. Grand Rapids. No, he's just looking for that opportunity, but not able to find the open space. It was Marcos Real, who has 2 goals on the season so far. As Real looking to beat his defender, instead opting to go far left. As they maneuver around, and the shot denied by Hanchet. Oh, the ball just trickles through the area, and no one home to slot it for Grand Rapids. So we see hard work, courtesy of TJ Ifaturotti. Calabresi with the inbounds kick. 4 seconds to bring in that ball. Grand Rapids on the attack. Ooh, surging just on the left was his winger. Grand Rapids now with a corner with 6:20 left on the clock here in the first half. And despite no goals thus far, the suspense has been thick as a brick here in Grand Rapids. 0-0 still. Shoreline tight at the back as Mendoza will roll it off. Still maneuvering into Shoreline territory, bringing out Mendoza as you see in the bottom right of the screen. The shot, and they get the first of the match. Finding at the far post. Grand Rapids open up the scoring, and this place is absolutely lit and on fire. A beautiful pass by Gabe Villagomez. As we take another look, finding his man completely unmarked on the far post. And the home team giving their fans something to cheer about. 1-0, Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids again with possession, looking to double up their lead. And recovering just in time was the Shoreline defender. And City will have the inbounds. Aldini Mendez, the number 7, absolutely integral to Shoreline's success so far in the season. Coughing that up as Grand Rapids quick on the attack and a great slide to prevent any further damage courtesy of Chris Mendez. And wide open on that far post again was an Ole player. And Shoreline fortunate not to get caught once more. Rodriguez now joining the Mendez's zone. A great run out there. And an opportunity not able to be hit. And the referee calling the foul. And not happy one bit with that is Daniel Diaz, who thought Shoreline got their shot off before. And this is a dangerous situation, particularly with Aldini Mendez. You can also see his nephew Chris on the court, along with number 5, Danny Mazariegos. Aldini with 9 goals already on the season. Make it 10! Just like that. Shoreline City tie it up 1-1. The number 2 point man in the league makes no mistake. He puts it up in the top corner where your mother used to hide the cookies on you. And just like that, Shoreline with their 41st goal of the season, leading the league, and more importantly, tying this game up at 1. You just have the feeling this game is going right down to the wire. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the opening half. We're deadlocked at 1 apiece. And the scoop. A more common occurrence in futsal over the last several years. The American futsal teams now really trying to adopt it as much as possible. Long-range effort. Ooh, that would have been a beauty. Long-range pass, trying to find Danny Mazariegos with the spinning header. On a great ball, finds the pivot. And Shoreline called on the foul. That'll be their 3rd of the half. And it's just outside of the 6-meter penalty area. And a timeout called by Grand Rapids. Each team entitled to 1 timeout per half, each lasting 60 seconds. And you just know that the coaching staff have a bag of tricks up their sleeve in terms of the set plays. While we're in the timeout, if you need anything marketing related, there's only one group you should call, and that is Ally Marketing. Ally Marketing, the official partner of the Futsal Champions Series. Ally Marketing, let's be friends. See the coaching staff instructing what he wants to see from this dead ball scenario. As we saw all of last year and throughout their opening 3 games of this season, Grand Rapids Ole love their set plays. It's what makes futsal so thrilling. Incorporating the best of soccer, basketball, and ice hockey into the brilliant sport on its own. The fastest growing sport on the planet is futsal. There's no better place to get it here in the United States than here at the Futsal Champions Series. Can Grand Rapids go up 2-1? Chip hitting the wall. The second block. Shoreline come out on the counter. And a foul called. And it will be against Grand Rapids. And that'll be their 3rd. Both teams even in the score and even on the foul count. Fancy footwork and power of Alex Mendez. Shoreline with the shot! And missing the mark. Mendoza anticipating the low shot and diving out to his left. You see a lot of his ability and success really coming from his angle coverage. And again, Shoreline with another block. And that one was by Calabresi. The number 12 in black. pressing. Coughed up. Mendez forcing the turnover. Looking for the handball call, not getting it. And that one's definitely going to be a foul. Mendez not happy with the official. But the contact was leg on leg. But they were looking for that handball call earlier as they were attempting the long-range pass to the left side of the court. It was picked up. As we see Cesar Martinez colliding with the big and powerful Alex Mendez. And that's the fourth accumulated foul for Shoreline. They have one more remaining to give. And then after that, it's a 10-meter on-the-post penalty. And with the offensive prowess that Grand Rapids has, Shoreline certainly cannot afford to give one up, especially here late in the first half. And 2 yellow cards given out both to Alex Mendez and Danny Mazariegos. A lot of chirping on that court. And we see Chris Mendez, the tall number 9, also expressing his displeasure. And Shoreline are going to want to calm down. They've had a solid half so far. Both teams playing very well. But keeping the composure is going to be the difference between who sits atop of the FCS table at the end of tonight. And more words as we see the number 3, Matt Jackson, the young buck. Set play for Grand Rapids. And reading that well was Mendez, who blocked the shot, resulting now in a corner kick for Grand Rapids. Attempting to find this player in the penalty area to no avail as Mendez on the counter. Mendez just outside the box. Laid it off to Calabrese, who shot it wide over the bar. And wasted possession, easily picked up by Hanchet, who's been solid in goal so far for Shoreline in this first half. Solid coverage by Grand Rapids to prevent the potent Aldany Mendez from getting another attempt on target. The lone goal scorer for Shoreline so far. Grand Rapids looking to get one more just before the half and set this crowd into a frenzy. Again, a sold-out crowd. The die-hard fans here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, looking to see their defending champions do it as Hanchet getting down low. Jackson will get the inbounds, opting instead to lay it off to Jonathan Cifuentes. And this is a great battle. Aldany taking a hit as we see Ifa Torotti getting the accumulated foul. That'll be the 4th for Grand Rapids. Oh, and a great pickup. TJ read that well. He's got such an explosive first step, and he's very intelligent. Trying to read all the plays. An invaluable part of this Grand Rapids Ole side is TJ Ifatorotti. A long-range effort by Pablo Real as the clock hits 0 and the horn sounds for the end of the first half. And boy, we knew it was going to be a banger and very tight game, and that's exactly what we have. Grand Rapids Ole Futsal Club tied with Shoreline City. The battle for first place here in the Futsal Champions Series. And it's going to continue. We have 20 minutes left. Both teams with 4 fouls apiece. It's been aggressive defensively. And a lot of key shots, but great saves by both Frankie Mendoza for Ole and Henschett for Shoreline. The difference as we take a look at the stats at halftime, 1-1 is the score. 19-16 in shots. That includes on and off target, by the way, in favor of Ole. Corners, we know it wasn't 0. I think it was 4-3 on my count over here. And 7-3 in saves. Henschett doing a great job in goal when called upon by City. 4 fouls, as we said, apiece. And a couple of cards to Shoreline. And that was over to Danny Mazariegos and the league's leading goal scorer, Alex Mendez. He's going to want to calm it down. Can't afford to lose a player of that caliber. There you have it. The community here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, fully behind their team. It's a big community feel here. Michigan, one of the capitals of futsal, not just in the United States, but in all of the CONCACAF region. And they want to incorporate as many kids into it. Maybe one day we'll see some future stars don the red and black for Grand Rapids. And we'll be back after halftime as Grand Rapids Ole and Shoreline City, the battle for first in the FCS continues. 1-1. We'll be back after halftime. And a word.
The attack.
Kluppel now with it. Space inside. Shot. He finds the back of the net. Lansing City up by 1.
We haven't said it yet this season, but what a rocket from Jeremy Kluppel across.
Lyle turning his back, trying to get in front of it and also protect himself as Kluppel finds the side net and gives Lansing.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Nice run out of here at Lansing City. Oh, excellent play. Lansing City with a goal. We were just talking about Ole's ability to make the extra pass, and wouldn't you know it, Lansing City does the same exact thing.
Just a comment about Jinga, another reason why the story is different this year for Lansing City is Jinga's team looked a lot better on the road than it did last year.
They did, yeah, they looked a lot better, and that's the part for me that I start to wonder about is some of these tactical decisions, because they have the effort. They're getting more talented players like Ewal Bagassi. He looked like a really strong player, and he's new to futsal as well. Shota Takabarake, he continues to have an impact every time he comes out.
Keeper play was good.
Yeah, keeper play
Jason
was
Quimzon. Like, if I'm a fan of Midwest and I watch that game, and we have what I would be, in my opinion, one of the best keepers in the league, and he's not playing the second half.
And to Marco, what we saw, he gave up 6 goals. Lucario was in there for 20 minutes, first half, didn't give up any. And so, like, that's a huge disparity.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
Sliding tackle, and if Montez saved that, outstanding effort as well.
Kansas City in the attack, moving it. Blanco, did he make it? He did, says the referee. Goal number 4 for Lansing City. They pull ahead.
It was a pass to Blanco.
Yeah, Blanco
got it.
Yeah, Blanco
wow.
touched it.
Great
Did you hear me
effort.
say Blanco puts it away? That's all right. It hit the inside back post. For Lansing City, they're the new pieces that looked promising in the Jenga game. Alec Nas, Alessandro Blanco, Ali Ahmed, Benny Alashari, Beto Espinal, the new players, and the growth of Jack Fisher, Drew Barney, physically and just in the game. Addition of Diego Bobadilla, we didn't see him in the last game, but I expect to see him here. I think that promising play from Ethan Castaneda, that is going to face a true test here. I mean, it will. You could say it's the ultimate test. Perhaps the ultimate test would be Ole away, maybe. But obviously you're playing the best team in the league that has shown that. So it's kind of like what is the state of these promising pieces for Lansing City and maturity? What is the state of that? And I just have to mention before we move on here, that game was so amazing. You know how many players under the age of 20 were a part of it?
A lot.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of them.
Ethan Castaneda, there's been times where something that he does in the game is exposed, or mistakes and things like that. He was amazing in this game. Last week against Jenga he was, and in this game he played really well, and I think the things that Lansing City have been investing in are starting to pay off. Gomez putting heavy pressure on. And here he is. He finishes. Ole go up by 1.
And when you think about the addition of Daniel De Leon and what he means to this team, we told you that he was the assist leader last season. The goal. Outstanding effort from De Leon to create that. Really good positioning and understanding.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
ticking down to the final moments. Shoreline City trying to put something together. Aldoni Mendez, he's shielding off Hasovic's toe poke, finds the back of the net. Shoreline's up by 1 with a minute to play.
Wow, Aldoni Mendez just showing his intelligence to shield the ball, to not let Hasovic come through, and just to prevent, I mean, Hasovic is pulling at him, just to prevent any
ball. Being the rocket it is, that could cause some trouble tonight for Fabian Rodriguez in goal. And Shoreline, big time stop right off it, and the rebound buried in there. And Shoreline just continuing to lay it on thick.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Tonight, the first ever FIFA Women's Futsal World Cup takes place. At Detroit, go in, and they get the first of the night. Wonderful work deep into the Jenga zone. There was Detroit Imperial, and we see them with a sigh of relief after opportunity after opportunity. And who else? Depoche to Abdullah Assal.
McKenzie plays it in, gets it right back to Ramsey Termanini. Weisenhunt's across. Whoa! Hold up! Ramsey Termanini from the circle.
And just like that, Jenga is back in this match. What a shot from Termanini from deep.
My.
Unbelievable. He unleashes just power.
Placement to the upper 90 back post, and the lead is ultimately asking the question, like, was this the best match of futsal on U.S. soil? From a perspective of an entire 40 minutes of futsal, two teams that are playing really good futsal. It's back and forth, but not because it's chaotic.
The intensity just kept increasing.
Yeah.
And it started at kickoff.
Very little drop-off or mistake, and they just keep playing that really good futsal. This is what it's supposed to look like right here. There's no doubt that the environment, it's a part of what makes the game what it is. But I think like this is a game that if you took all that away and you just watched the game, it would be amazing still.
And we're back for the second half in the epic clash of the Titans, number 1 versus number 2, tied at 1 here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, as Ole taking on Shoreline. And if that first half is any indication, we are in for a banger of 20 minutes worth of futsal action here in the second part of this FCS doubleheader here on Saturday Night Futsal. I'm Chris Fernandez, and I knew being at the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup was going to be a lot of fun, but boy, is it great to be back in the United States, seeing the best in America go at it on the court. And a deflection off of the Grand Rapids shot, not causing too much issues at all for Hensched, who was great in the first, along with his counterpart Mendoza. And now, Grand Rapids coughing up the ball. Solid play by Danny Mazariegos. And a big stop by Mendoza, preventing further damage. It'll be a throw for Mendoza. He goes with the long-range pass, and Shoreline now on the counter. And Mendoza sliding out to make the save. But appearing to go off of the body of Chris Mendez. Ole taking over now, coming out of their zone. As Daniel Diaz, the number 4, getting more minutes. He has 5 goals and 2 assists on the season. Does Diaz. And works oh so well with Cesar Alayo. He's 4th in the league with his 7 goals. Oh, and a big shot! Beating Hanchett through the legs, and the jumping hip bump. And Gabe Villagomez doing everything he can, makes the subtle turn through the legs of his defender and Hanchett. A rocket. We'll take another look at that beauty. And the crowd absolutely on fire. And why not? The trusted pivot, Gabe Villagomez, giving Grand Rapids the 2-1 advantage. And just over 2 minutes into the half, and we have another goal. And if there's one thing we know about Grand Rapids, they love goals, but they are stingy when it comes to giving them up. Only 10 goals conceded, including tonight's match. The best in the league by a country mile defensively. Grand Rapids attacking again. Taking the shot, forcing the diving save from Hanchett. Faking a throw-in. As we know, there's no throw-ins in futsal. But sometimes you just got to do whatever you can to fake out your opponent. And Grand Rapids pressing again. Laying it off. The left shot blocked by the Shoreline defense. The attacking keeper being utilized, keeping Mendoza onto the court. The shot! Not even close to the net. Rapids with possession in their own half. And in goal now for Grand Rapids is Andreas Montez. We talked about how great Frankie Mendoza is. But Andreas Montez, 2nd in the league with a 3.2 goals against average. Only Mendoza ahead of him. And he's number 3 with an 8-10 save percentage as Grand Rapids go, forcing Hanchett to get low. Foul called against Grand Rapids, the first of the half for either team. And we'll see Shoreline with the free kick in their own half. Make the correction on that. It's 1-1 on the foul count. And you'll see that foul count on the bottom of the screen there. Each white rectangle representing a foul. And again, if you're new to futsal, each team allowed 5 accumulated fouls per half And every subsequent foul after that resulting in a 10-meter PK. Ole, the more aggressive of the teams in this second half so far. Oh, and a great run on the left flank. Sees a 2v1. Taking the shot instead of finding the wide open Aldany Mendez. Had that ball got to Mendez, that would have been a real dangerous opportunity for Shoreline. Ole utilizing the full width of this 40 by 20 meter court. Very comfortable with each other is Ole. They have yet to lose a match in the history of the FCS. They only drawn once, and that was against Midwest in the first game of the season. Grand Rapids on a 3-game winning streak to open up this season. And Shoreline with a 4-game win streak of their own. Oh, and the far post finding. Well defended by Shoreline. And it seems Grand Rapids have really picked up the pace so far. Putting heavy pressure on Shoreline. Ole continuing to press. And breaking out now is Shoreline. And stifling that very quickly was Grand Rapids. Villa Gomez opting to bring it back, but coughing it up. Shoreline with the shot. Taking the block off of the Ole defender. Shoreline now deep into Ole territory with the scoop corner. Comes back for Calabresi. And Alex Mendez will get it off to Danny Mazariegos. Both earning a yellow card on the same play in the first half. Ole with an opportunity. Oh! Almost found his man on that far post. And that would have been bad news for Shoreline. And these fans are really into it here in Grand Rapids. They paid for the whole seat, but they're only needing the edge of it. That's how great this game has been so far. Oh, big shot, point blank denied by Henchett. What a crucial save that was. Now we see Montez coming out of his goal. Ole just loved to utilize that extra attacker. The goalie can touch the ball for as long as he wants and get as many touches as he wants, provided he's in the other team's half. Once he goes back into his own, then he can only hold it for 4 seconds. Oh, and the shot initially blocked, and the pass going out now as Mendez asking for an extra second, having a chat with him. Again, 4 seconds for the inbounds. And it's really been Ole's second half so far, as we see Matt Jackson now getting some minutes. And the long-range effort targeted for Mazariegos, just going over his head. Oh, great movement out there, and drawing the foul was Mendez. It was double team going through both of them and forcing Villa Gomez to make the foul. Aldini Mendez, the lone goal scorer for Shoreline, now with the free kick. And picked apart by Ole. It's a great effort by Daniel Diaz. Read that a mile away. Now that he will come off. And getting some fresh minutes is Brian Gomez. Gomez looking for a gap, opting instead to bring it back to Hanchett. Shoreline with the shot, not hitting the target, and it appears to be a rolling accumulative foul called against Grand Rapids. The referee making that signal. And that's another one for Ole, their third of the half. 3-2 in fouls. As Ole finding the man on the far side, but not able to get enough space to take the valuable shot. And a miscue now resulting in Ole with possession deep into Shoreline territory. And the left-footed shot, wall wide. Denied by Hanchett, who goes for the goal, trying to find Montez off his line. And the long range goes in. Just like that. Out of nowhere, Shoreline tie it up. And a mistake by Grand Rapids. Caught out of his goal there was Montez. He was sleeping. Goodness gracious, that is an uncharacteristic mistake by Grand Rapids Ole. And they pay the price. 2-2. Grand Rapids with the shot directly against Hanchin, who goes down, felt there was a little contact as he releases the underhand pass. And we're just waiting to see if it's an inbounds or a foul. It is a foul. That is the fourth foul against Grand Rapids with about 8 minutes left. They're playing a dangerous game now. We know they're aggressive defensively, but if they foul out, they're going to have to really take their foot off the pedal. The last thing you want is having Alex Mendez or Aldany Mendez taking a shot unopposed against your keeper. That first shot. And denied, a little bit of a bobble. And the net comes off its moorings on the goal line. The referee making the rightful adjustment. Sharp eye there by the officiating team. And a big stop by Blanchett. Ole pressing down on that left wing. And again, Blanchett denying. Oh, and the crowd thought that was a penalty, but the ref's not calling it. And Shoreline now quickly going into the zone. They were looking for a foul call. And rushing right out of his net is Montez, and he had some quick words for the ref. And there looks like it's going to be a video support call out here. And for those not familiar, it's very similar to VAR. But in this case in futsal, each team receives one challenge per half, and the video evidence must be clear and conclusive to overturn a call. And the official, the VSO, can initiate video support at their discretion during the final 2 minutes of each half. We're not at that point yet. While the VSO can also stop and fix objective administrative errors at any point. As we take a look at the second camera, looking to see initially with that penalty that they allowed play to go on, and I think they're assessing the foul that was in the kind of the bottom corner in Ole territory. And that's going to be the fifth foul for Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids have now fouled out. That is a huge moment in the game. Every foul here on in that Grand Rapids commits is a 10-meter penalty now. And here's the free kick for Shoreline. The shot wide of the mark as Aldany Mendez running his hands through his hair. Can't believing they missed a key opportunity to take the lead. And a sigh of relief from the Ole faithful as that underhanded pass went straight up into the rafters. And that's a dead ball scenario that'll result in Shoreline having an inbounds deep into Ole territory. And the shot, an absolute rocket, goes just slightly over the bar. We talk about the offensive potency of Aldany Mendez and Alex Mendez, but their nephew Chris, notorious for being a shot blocker, #1 in the league, 31 block shots coming into the match. But if that man gets an opportunity to shoot, watch out. No foul called. We had a 1v1 situation. And you just know that Shoreline are playing to get that foul. Any bit of contact Grand Rapids make, they are going to make a meal out of it. And why not? The other team is fouled out. Shot over the bar, not resulting in anything in the last few minutes from Grand Rapids. Almost had the penalty call there, but the ref's doing a pretty great job so far in this game. As we know, a lot of the referees trained and worked with Ed Marco, former FIFA futsal referee instructor out of Philadelphia. Shout out to Big Ed. And of course, the current American FIFA futsal referee instructor, Shane Butler out of St. Louis. One of the best in the world. And everyone happy to see the growth of futsal here in the United States. And the FCS leading the way. And this game, a perfect example of that. 2-2 here, with just about 5.5 remaining here in Saturday Night Futsal between Grand Rapids and Shoreline. Take a look at that battle. There was some grabbing there by Mendez. Got that long arm reach. And that should be the third, but we're going to see exactly what the referee's called. No signal of the hands. As we see Danny Mazariegos, the discontent.
Cody, if we tie, we stay for unofficial PKs? Unofficial PKs? That is a great game.
And the referees insisting the ball and the infraction was outside of the penalty area. But that will be the third foul for Shoreline City. The shot in the top corner. What an absolute bullet. And another jump and bump as Grand Rapids take a 3-2 lead. And a great play. Gabe Villagomez rolling it off to De Leon, who rolls it perfectly back, and making no mistake about it was Villagomez, his second of the match. And Villagomez only with 1 goal this season and scores 2 tonight in a crucial game. The man has been clutch. Oh, there's a rolling foul called against Grand Rapids. No, in fact, the rolling was called against Shoreline. The referee signaling with his arm towards Grand Rapids. Oh, great defensive work by Calabresi, who goes down. Grand Rapids looking to hold off and keep their FCS record-breaking undefeated streak alive, dating all the way back to the inaugural season last year, and they get another chance. Oh, clutch save by Hanchet. That was absolutely crucial stuff by the number one. And with 4 minutes left, Shoreline are certainly going to press as Matt Jackson takes the shot, denied by Montez. Saw Mendez absolutely wonderful with the back rolls. He's a master at it. We talk about his 11 goals coming into this game, but he also leads the league with 10 assists, 21 points overall. He was 9 points ahead of his brother Albany, who's second in the league with 12. And Hanchek coming out. Some flopping by both sides. On the counter now. Oh, and Hanchett cutting off that angle, that pass, looking for an empty net. And this game is just going back and forth now. We knew it was going down to the wire since the opening whistle. You could see the intensity on both sides. And Grand Rapids, a key opportunity. And Alex Mendez comes out to kick it and prevent any further damage. You'd have to think if Shoreline go down by another goal, they're going to utilize the attacking keeper. And again, Grand Rapids only allowing 9 goals in their opening 3 games, allowing 2 here tonight against the league's best offense. But the key is Grand Rapids have fouled out. And you can just see they're not putting that much pressure on Shoreline. Because if they do get that foul, it's penalty business. And you can see Grand Rapids just sitting back a little bit now, staying in their shape. Grand Rapids calling the timeout. And this will give an opportunity for Shoreline as well to get 60 seconds to navigate how they want to finish off and get back into this. There were concerns about fitness for Shoreline despite being in first. And you know this game's going to be a hot topic of conversation on the third half. The official show of the FCS. Make sure you watch the third half every Thursday at 8 p.m. Expert analysis and a recap of all the week's action. Only available on the FCS YouTube channel. The third half, 8 p.m. this Thursday. Don't you dare miss it. Game about to restart after Grand Rapids called their timeout in the half. You can bet the coaching staff made it very clear, do not foul. Do not give this number 1 offense in the league an opportunity from the 10-meter spot to get back and steal a point from us in front of our home crowd. We've worked hard for it. We deserve full points. That had to be the key message moving forward. And probably a secondary message was for them to watch out for Shoreline to pull their keeper, to bring out the extra attacker, and to be aware of that open net. Grand Rapids keen to start the action, but the referee's not blowing the whistle. Montez will roll it out. Split double duties again for Frankie Mendoza and Andreas Montez. doing a great job so far. Shoreline now taking possession. And now we see Aldini Mendez coming in. He'll finish off the game. The second points leader in the league. Along with his brother Alex, is going to finish this off. And Hanchett getting low, but it seems that it stripped the ball off him. Oh, and Hanchett not liking that one bit. And they're going head to head. We saw Jair Real. It was not a smart play, as Hanchett appeared to have possession of that ball down on the ground. And Jair Real appeared to get a little bit of a kick on it. We're going to see what the referee's going to call here. Hanchett got up immediately and gave a big shove. And he's a big man with a lot of power in that upper body. Can't really see from that angle. This one here, oh, almost appeared to catch a little shin in the face. And Hanchett letting Jair Real know exactly how he feels about that. Hoping. Hanchett looking to see if it is a foul against Shoreline, or against Grand Rapids, I should say. And if that was the case, that would be the 6th. Definitely appeared Hanchett had possession. No foul called, and a sigh of relief from the Ole faithful, as that could have been disastrous. And Hanchett still in goal. And possession given away to Grand Rapids. Valuable seconds ticking off. Just over a minute remaining in this clash of number 1 and 2 in the league. Grand Rapids will be very keen to eat that clock. Oh, great move to exploit the space. Oh, would have been an absolutely sensational finish had Cesar Martinez gone in and finished that. The man is confident on the ball. Martinez, the young winger. See the check from behind. Chris Mendez losing his cool. He's got to do better than that. His team are down a goal. And that's the 5th foul for Shoreline. Any team now that fouls will give up a 10-meter PK. And that just might be the difference, especially with the 3-2 scoreline and the clock running down. A foolish foul to take by the usually composed Chris Mendez. And the fans are absolutely rabid here in Grand Rapids, calling for a foul, asking for a clock correction. But these refs know what they're doing. The timeout called now by Shoreline City. That's the final timeout of the match, as the referees will have a word with each other, making sure they get everything correct. They'll check with the score clock and the trusted timekeepers. In futsal, you have 2 refs on the court. You have your 3rd official, and then, of course, you have your timekeeper. And while we're waiting on the timeout, let's give a shout out to our partners at Ally Marketing, the official partner of the FCS. More than a marketing firm, Ally feels like a good friend by your side. Ally Marketing, let's be friends. It appears there's 58 seconds left in the match. Grand Rapids desperately holding on to a 3-2 victory. both teams have fouled out. The suspense can't get any thicker than this. And you hear the horns and the crowd in the background. This place is sold out tonight. Not even StubHub had them available. The winner of this match goes into first place. Right now, Shoreline with 4 wins and a tie. If they lose, it'll be their first loss of the season. But more importantly, Grand Rapids will have that game in hand with 4 wins. So technically, the point goes in from their draw, but Grand Rapids will have that 1-game advantage. It'll be a long drive for Shoreline if they're not able to capitalize in the final minute of the game. And surely, we see Aiden Hanchett, who had a great game in goal for Shoreline, coming out. They'll bring in the extra attacker that appears to be Alex Mendez, the league's leading goal scorer and point scorer. And you just know that he's going to be teamed up with Chris Mendez and his brother Aldany. When you got the top 2 leading goal scorers on the court with that extra attacking advantage, with a foul-out situation, things are going to favor Shoreline if they can compose. Oh, and picked up in the zone. Another shot blocked again. Grand Rapids almost taking advantage of a miscue. They put high pressure on Shoreline in their own zone, and it almost resulted in putting that 4th goal in. At a long range. Oh, and a brutal inbounds mistake. Turns the ball over to Ole. You have to have the ball at a certain place on that line, and you got to do it within 4 seconds or it turns over to the other team. And Mendez in the penny at the bottom of the screen. Has to let it roll out because the ball would have been in Shoreline's own half. And that's a crucial mistake. Grand Rapids showcasing why they're the best defensive team in the league, putting severe pressure on Shoreline, who now have 7 seconds left. An opportunity. They shoot. Oh, it's deflected. It was a sliding tackle that prevented it. Monstrous defensive play by Daniel Diaz. It was a point-blank chance for Shoreline to tie it up. But the delightful Diaz preventing any further damage. And that foul by Mendez definitely getting a few words from the Ole crowd, not liking that one bit. But that's going to be, to close off the game, a 10-meter penalty. As Hanchett back in goal now. They were oh so close. Shoreline were looking to steal a point on the road. And it'll be Gabe Villagomez going for the hat trick. And Gomez absolutely does it. Another rocket shot up high. Moves that mesh up there. My goodness, that was a blast and a half. This ball not just goes in, but scoops almost around the top of the bar. Brilliant stuff. Gabe Villagomez, definitely the man of the match tonight. 3 goals. Coming into the match, only had 1 goal and 1 assist, and ends up getting a hat trick. And that is the cherry on top of the cake. As we see Grand Rapids Ole Futsal Club victorious with a 4-2 victory over the league's top team, Shoreline City. And what's going down is one of the all-time classic matches here in the FCS. And that fiesta music is loud and blaring here in the arena in Grand Rapids as the Academy kids come out to celebrate with their heroes. Grand Rapids with a 10-1 victory over Shoreline in the women's game. And in the headline match on Saturday Night Futsal, the men pull off a 4-2 victory in an absolute thriller. And one has to think these two teams are going to see each other not just later on in the season, but perhaps down in the playoffs. And as we just witnessed in that 40 minutes of action, anything can happen here in the FCS. Grand Rapids now moving to 4-0 on the season. Still have yet to be defeated in the FCS. And that brilliant play by Daniel Diaz at the end, preventing a clear-cut opportunity for Shoreline to tie this game up and steal it at the end. As we take a look at the full-time stats, 4-2 the final score. And Grand Rapids with 40 shots versus Shoreline City's 29. 13-6 in saves in favor of Shoreline, Aiden Hanchett, the man of the match for Shoreline City. But the difference was Gabe Villagomez's hat trick that powered Grand Rapids Ole to another win and a 4-0 record this season. 10 fouls for Shoreline versus the 9. But the most important stat, Grand Rapids taken a 4-2 victory. And that was an absolute banger. If that was your first taste of futsal, we know you're coming back for another bowl of that soup. Take a look at some of the full-time highlights out there. It was a great defensive game for the most part, and the goals that were scored were absolute crackers. And it was a very contentious and physical game. Both teams fouling out in the second half. And there's one of them right there. That beautiful back heel. Just delivered perfectly. On the other side, Hanchett making one of his many saves on the evening, forcing the diving double-handed palm. And again, Hanchett with another save. All goalkeepers tonight. Hanchett in line for Shoreline. Mendoza in the first half for Grand Rapids, and Andres Montez holding down the fort in the second half for Grand Rapids. It was one heck of a battle here in Grand Rapids as Ole Futsal Club with a 4-2 victory over the number 1 team in the league, Shoreline. And now 1 point behind the top spot in the league, but now with a full game advantage. The ball is literally in Grand Rapids Ole's court now and they send their fans home happy. It was a sellout crowd tonight, and they're going to go home absolutely thrilled to see their women win earlier 10-1, and their men show their dominance with the 4-2 victory. Grand Rapids Ole over Shoreline City here on Saturday Night Futsal in the FCS. I'm Chris Fernandez. We hope you enjoyed a thriller tonight, and we'll see you again on FCS Action. And for more FCS news, standings, videos, and interviews, you got to make sure to check out the FCS website, the futsalchampionseries.com, and of course the YouTube channel where all the highlights, and of course this Thursday, 8 p.m., the third half, the official show of the FCS takes place. Do not miss it. It is going to be something else. On behalf of everyone here at the FCS, we hope you're having a happy new year so far in 2026, and we'll see you soon again for more thrilling futsal action in the FCS. Good night, everyone.